We are Steve, Debbie, Ellierose and our fur babies Alfie and Dotty. In 2022 we made the move from the UK to central Portugal, where we had bought an abandoned stone farm. Follow us on our journey as we renovate the buildings, the cottages and the land.
Hi, welcome to this week's vlog. This week we hope to get this bedroom of Ellierose's and the bathroom tiled, but we've got a few days out this week. We've got to run to Castello a couple of times, and obviously it's getting closer to Christmas, so we need to do the shopping and things like that. So yeah, hopefully we'll get all this floor done, and if I can, I'm going to get the toilet into place. Just the actual toilet itself, not the cistern, so we can, or Ellierose can use it when she's back. She's out for a couple of days, so yeah, we'll get on and get that done. So as you can see, I got most of Ellierose's bathroom tiled yesterday. Don't need to do that in because that's going to be under the bath. So there's no point using tiles up on that. So yeah, there was just two tiles what I didn't have enough adhesive for yesterday, so I've put them in. And then today I've started doing a 2-tile row along here. The idea is so I can use the laser level to keep this line, and then when I get to the corner, and I've got the corner and the next one to it, I can then start working out and leave this area here because I know where I'm working from. You know, I'll have a centre line for the tiles and such like, and also a straight line what I'm working to from the laser level. I haven't shown you too much of this, mainly because the bathroom I did yesterday and the room's too small to get the camera in properly. You can't see much when I'm sort of sprawled out trying to put tiles in. And then today I've got that much stuff in my way. It's a bit difficult figuring where to put the camera because I'm using my stand for the laser level just to keep the job easier for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, fill this row up, and then as soon as I've got this row filled up I can move one or two of these boxes down to the bottom end because I'll use some of the tiles up, and then I'll let you see what I'm doing. So I bought a new tile cutter as well, just in case I needed a longer one, because these tiles are longer than my other cutter was, so I can cut them long ways if need to, which probably will do at some point. But I just need 15mm off this. It does have a laser pointer on it, but I found working out in the sun it don't really, it's not bright enough, so anyway, we'll just get this cut. Oh, that's good, it cut it. I was a bit worried it might not cut it because it's minimum cutting is 20mm and I've only taken 15 off, so yeah, does a nice job. Score it and then just snap it using the heel there, so you just score it along and then just snap it. Good job. So I've just had enough to do to finish that row off, so I've done that. The wall slopes a little from the inside corner here, so I just can't quite get this edge down. Just won't have it enough. It's not far off. Quite happy with that. Just need to clear that gap out a little bit. Yeah, then we're okay. Now we'll crack on after dinner and I'll show you me doing some. So as you can see, I put 3 or 4 rows of tiles down, 4 near the door and 3 across here. But I'm just going to knock these tabs off simply because I want to move some of the stuff what's to the left of us onto here so I can carry on tiling over there. I'll just give you an idea of what's there. So there's the tiles which obviously are a problem. Then I've got some plumbing bits in a box and some of Ellierose's decorations and some rock wool. A couple of other bits and bobs which I need out of the way so I can tile over there. So I'm going to chip all these off, as I say, all these red tabs, knock them off, even the ones in the bathroom which one of the tiles didn't go down very well, so I had to redo it. Yeah, move most of that out of there and then I can get on tiling that side as well. So the first job's just to knock these off. They just come off quite easy, just a tap, sidewards. They do tend to fly all over, but they're easy enough to find. You don't want a sort of sharp tap, otherwise they just stretch rather than breaking, like that one. Yeah, I can tell whether the tiles have gone down well. They sound solid. If you get one what hasn't gone down right, it's real hollow sound. So anyway, I'll just pick them bits up and then we'll get on and do some more tiling. I'll get some of the stuff moved first. So I've just swept and mopped the floor, certainly the top 2/3 of it. I've got tiles stacked over there what I haven't moved yet, so I'm just going to work down this way. So what I'm going to do first is just work this line up where I've started. I'm going to use my laser level to give me a line across the room in between the tiles where the step is. Because the tiles are actually stepped, you know, what half of one, half of another, so it gives a gap. I'm going to work to that gap and work upwards. I'll cut the ends as I do them, and then I'm going to work back that way. I'm a little bit concerned of when I get so far back that way, because the piece I concreted across the floor isn't quite level. So it's going to have a little bit of a ramp up. Where I've done it on the other tiles, it doesn't actually show because I've sort of tailed it off, which, yeah, I'm just going to have to try and work to that tailing off just so I get that gentle slope over that lump. It isn't very high, but, you know, it's enough to know when you put a tile down you've got a bit of rock on it, so we'll work to that. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to crack on. I'll leave the camera running, hope you can see some of it. Well, so when I get a bit further on with these tiles, I may move the laser line up here so it's not so much in the way. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to crack on and do that. quite far with the tiling, but I painted myself into a corner sort of thing. I knew I would have. I've got a few chops down here, I'll point those out in a minute, to put in, which leaves me an exit, and also down this side. But I've run out of adhesive again, so I'm just going to clean up the edges so that I don't have all the grout to clear out, adhesive to clear out later. But I have been cleaning it out as I've gone, so these just bits what I've just recently scraped. This piece here, what's great, is where there's a hump. So when I had a little bit of adhesive left, I've just blended it in a little bit. That'll dry and it will save me putting so much on again tomorrow. Because sometimes it makes it awkward. Don't know what most of this white on here is. It's not adhesive. The adhesive's more or less just between the gaps. I don't know whether it's something what was on the tiles, because I have noticed on one or two when I've taken them out there's like a wax or something of that nature on one or two of them. So it's maybe something to do with that, although it could be finger marks as well. I've found for cleaning out between the tiles the little clear plastic things, you get an odd one what's not very good, it's broken or whatever, and they're just right for just giving a nice quick scrape. Anyway, where you think there's too much, won't be going too far because it's beginning to get a bit of a balancing act. Just stand there. Should let me get that piece. There we go. Oh, I still have to clean up when it's when I'm ready. So, so that's it. Tomorrow I'll come in, break all the pegs off and then tile all this lot. What I haven't got done. I'll just show you that. So I've got a piece all the way down the side of the room. You can see how far out the room is in bows. That's the piece I was talking about where I've just filled in with some spare adhesive. And then if I just step to one side, and then I've got that corner to do, and these few cutouts. And then we get on and grout it. I'll be grouting the bathroom first because Ellierose is getting desperate for a toilet putting in. I keep getting complained at, so yeah, we'll see if we can get on with that next. So that's all laying the tiles done. I'll show you that in a second. I've just got to grout in this morning. As I said, the room's very small, so very difficult to show you while I'm doing it, but I'll give you a look around the room and you can see the tiling finished. So that's the bathroom, and this is what's going to be the bedroom. Got to clear some bits up off the floor before we grout. There is the odd one or two spots of adhesive, but I'll scrape them off as I go. But on the whole, yeah, it's come up quite well. So this morning I'm going to get on and grout this, well, grout the bathroom, and I'll show you what that's like after we've done.
I've not gone too mad this year with the decorations outside. So I've just done the bow and the wreath this year. I know last year we had lots of lights and a couple of little trees at the sides there. But to be honest, I just really don't feel like pulling Steve off his job in Ellierose's house, doing the tiling and getting her room ready, her bedroom and her bathroom. So I think that's okay for this year. Two little calendars at the back there that Ellierose made when she was in infant school. No big tree this year, as it stood in front of that door last year, and that's the bathroom door now. Or what will be the bathroom door, but Steve's working in there as well, so we need to be in and out. Ellierose's little angel that she made when she was about 6 years old at infant school. We put that up every year.
So as you can see with a lot of this is pretty slow going. What I'm trying to do is wipe as much of the grout off as possible. I don't know whether you can see any of this down here. If not, I'll show you in a second. Because the tiles are wood effect, if I leave a lot on and then try and get it off later, it goes into the grain of the sort of tiles, so it'll be an absolute nightmare to get off later. So I've got a sponge and I'm going as close to the grout lines as I possibly can. Some places I've pulled a bit out and I've had to put more back in and go over it again, but I'd rather do that and have less to clean later. So I'll show you that as I go along. I need to be a little bit further out so I can see everything that's going on, I think, but yeah, I'll show you a bit of that later.
So today I'm making a homemade soup. In this bag from the freezer I've got some leeks and some peas. The peas were left over from a meal. The leeks were sliced and frozen fresh. I'm just going to put some ordinary frozen vegetables in. That's some leftovers from a dinner, roast potatoes, etc. I'm also going to pop in a chicken oxo and a, well, stock cube, and a vegetable stock cube and some water. So that's everything in the pan. I know sort of this bit here doesn't look too appetising, but what it is actually is it's grated carrot, courgette and onion, done in layers with garlic butter on, and it's a lovely side dish. But yeah, once that's all broken down and it's into the soup, it will taste lovely. I've also added some potatoes, some more potatoes, and I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil now, and then we'll bring that to the boil and simmer it gently for about 20 minutes and serve it with a nice crusty roll. So I'm just going to bring that to the boil. No need for any thickener. I've just got a couple of oxos in, a chicken one and a vegetable one, and when it's boiled for 20 minutes I'll then use a blender just to break some of it down, and that'll be the thickener. So quite low in calories really, apart from the roast potatoes that are in there, but I will leave it a little bit chunky. I'll show you when it's finished. Brought the outdoor furniture in so it doesn't get wet outside, last a little bit longer, and it's also nice to have this bare space, somewhere to sit and have a coffee. Just going to turn that down a little bit. So I'll just carry on and show you the rest of our Christmas decorations. Ellierose decorated the kitchen this year. So that's the soup blended, not too much, so it's left it nice and chunky. And because of the roasted vegetables and potatoes that were in there, it's got a really lovely flavour. So that's Steve's lunch. So it's still got some beetroots and carrots in the end there, none of which are ready for Christmas. Still got a few greens growing here for the chickens, and some garlics that seem to be doing okay. In this bed we've got some cabbages and garlics. Some of them are getting eaten, some of them are holding their own. In this bed we have the small Portuguese turnips. I've just thinned them out to let the others grow, and I'll just show you what I got. So we've got some pretty big ones on there, one or two nice ones. I'm just going to prep them and put them in the freezer because I don't think we'll eat them over the next few days because it's Christmas in a few days' time. And the greens I'm going to feed to the chickens. So the girls were interested in eating the greens, but they seem more interested in me at the moment. I think the third one's in the nesting box. can actually eat the tops of the turnips, but I've got quite a lot of veg in the freezer, so the girls enjoy it.
That's all the tiles grouted. Just going to leave it for about an hour or so, just to let it set and dry in between the joints, and then I'm going to press it in and brush it off. So yeah, I'll show you that after we've finished. So that's it grouted in and dried off, cleaned off. I'm just going to wait for it to dry, and then it needs buffing up. It'll go misty when it dries, so we'll come back in and give it a couple of wipes down with a clean dry cloth, and that should get rid of most of the dust. And then we've just got all the bedroom to do, but I'm not starting that today. We've got a couple of other jobs to do, just general things like get rid of the recycling rubbish and so on. So I'm going to get a few of them just normal chores done, and then with a day out tomorrow, day out Wednesday I believe, maybe get back onto it on Thursday. So you can't see too much of the floor because I've had to move some boxes and things in here. That stone and piece of cardboard are covering the drain for the toilet, just to make sure we don't get any smells back up. Well yeah, basically that's what the floor looks like. Yeah, I think it's come up quite well myself. So hopefully the bedroom will come up the same. So I'm just testing Ellierose's toilet in place, and I found that the soil pipe is too long. The part that comes from the toilet with the bend in it, what goes down to the actual pipe, what goes out, I'll show you what I mean. So when I tested the toilet in place, this with the pipe, it actually touched onto that bend, and there weren't a great deal of clearance. So I think we're going to have problems getting rid of stuff if the pipe's too far down. So what I've done is I've taken a measurement and I've cut the pipe down, I'll show you. So I've removed the seal, and I've actually cut about 2 inches, what's that, about 50 mil off the bottom of this pipe. More or less the width of the seal actually. I'm going to refit the seal, and then we'll go and try it back in place. Hopefully I've done it right. If not, I won't be able to fit the toilet today. So I hope you can see that the seal goes right in, right up to the last sealing bit. So now I need to mark where the screws are going to be, lift the toilet out and screw the mountings on. So what I've done is drawn a line along the toilet, and a line down from where the screw goes in at right angles to it. I've done the same both sides. So that line running parallel to the toilet, when I lift the toilet off, I've got a measurement what the mounting bracket wants to fit into. So we'll get that sorted and get it measured up. So I've just drawn a line between the two spots, and then I'm going to measure 5 centimetres in either side, and that's where I drill my hole for my mountings. So I'm going this sort of arrowhead tip for my drilling my tiles. So I'm just going to see if I can get started with that. I have some smaller ones if I need to. I would normally put some masking tape on them as well, but I've run out, so we'll just go steady and see if we can get it straight in the right place straight away. So that's me through the tile. I'm going to change to a masonry drill when I drill further. They do have to go quite deep. There's some quite long screws. So I'll just do the other side, and then we'll swap to a masonry drill. So the reason for swapping for the masonry drill is these screws are longer than the drill bit. By the time you get this into the chuck, I can't get into the bottom of the hole, so need to make it deeper. So I'll do that quite well with the masonry drill. But again, steady as I go while I get down through the hole and through the tile. And we'll clear the holes, push the roll plugs in and screw the brackets down. So I've got the roll plugs and I've just checked them, and the size for the hole, it says is 8mm. They're nearly 10mm. I don't fancy trying to bash them into an 8mm hole, so I'm just going to open the hole up a little bit. At the moment I'm going to go to a 9 and then see what they're like, but I don't really want to damage the tiles by trying to hit that into an 8. They'll still expand and be tight, so we'll go for that. I'm going to have to go very steady because I've got the tile to drill out. It's not a tile drill, so... I know it says knock them in, but that still seems awfully tight to me. I'll just get a little tappy hammer and gently go at it and see whether they're going or not. So I've tried a 9mm through this, and now I've just put the 10mm through it. I think myself that 10mm's the correct size for it, so yeah, we'll go with that. And I've got 2 brackets like this, 2 big bolts and a washer. So, have to go and get something to tighten them up. So that's the bracket in place. Just got to drop the toilet on them, and then just put the screws in through the side. We aren't going any further today, simply because we've got to take it out to tile it anyway, so it's only temporary because it's winter and Ellierose is having to run out to the toilet like we were if she needs to go in the night, so this will just give her a little bit of comfort, if you like. So I just need to lift the toilet into place, drop the soil pipe in, put the 2 screws in. There we go, right back to the wall, and yeah, in between the brackets. So I'll put the screws in the side and give you like a screw and a cap, and then the cap clips over, but I ain't going to put those on yet either. So just the screws and the sleeve, because that protects the porcelain. We'll do that either side, need a screwdriver, and that'll be it for now. So that's it fastened into place. I've just poured some water down there so it'll act as a trap to stop gases coming back up from the septic tank or wherever. So Yep, she'll be able to use that now. It's fastened in place, nice and secure. So that's it.
So we've got Alfie there in his favourite spot by the log burner. It's not that cold today, Alfie. I'll be letting that go out soon. We usually light it on a morning and leave it in for a couple of hours. Let it go out and then relight it in the evening. It's not that cold. You enjoying that, Alfie? Is it nice and warm? So that's it for this week. As you've seen, Ellierose is not here. She's staying at a friend's just round the corner actually, looking after her dogs because she's flown back to the UK to spend Christmas with her family. We will see Ellierose over Christmas. She will be here for the festivities.
So have a Merry Christmas from all of us at Portugal Dreamzzz, and we'll see you again in the new year. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell.
So bye!
Have a wonderful Christmas!